All right, ladies and gentlemen, it is the dawning of another era. I don't know. We're in a post Hangouts world. We're another year older. It's a shorter show tonight because I got things to do, and quote unquote, it's a nod to the fun fantasticness that was the hour show that we did the first time back in August of 2001. Actually, it's because we got stuff to do, and there's not a lot of going on in hockey unless you want to dissect Kevin Shattenkirk's contract for 3.5 hours. I don't. You don't. So let's talk some other crazy, crazy hockey crap. It's Face Off Hockey Show and a Visiversary edition right now.
The following program is closed captioned for the thinking impaired.
Choose your command. You have chosen
the Face Off Hockey Show.
I mean, hockey is my life. I've got on hockey underwear right now.
The Face Off Hockey Show. With Scotty Waz. Sean O.
a breakaway. Takes two
And the P-Boys, Johnny and Mark with the C.
Yeah, baby.
You believe it not? Oh, yes!
Here's your host for the Face Off Hockey Show, Scotty Waz.
Hey, everybody. Welcome. It's the anniversary edition of the Face Off Hockey Show. 2 days away from our 18th birthday. And here we are. Apparently, we missed Picnic Day in Australia on Monday. So happy Picnic Day to you and yours. Johnny
that would have been
P's,
like our Thursday, right? So that doesn't come up for 2 days anyway.
Yeah, so we're good. Johnny P's there. Lara Richardson's joining us for this truncated edition.
Hey-o.
Because if he came on in the second hour, we wouldn't be here.
And that would be awkward, especially on Wednesday
weird.
when we normally do it.
Right? Yeah, it's kind of odd. But initially I had things to do on Wednesday, and then those got moved to today. So then we're shortening up the show, and it works out because Johnny's got things to do tomorrow too.
There you
It's
go.
true.
Well, and it
true
also
statement.
well, and that works out for me because me and Tina are heading to the beach tomorrow. So there you go.
Wonderful. You can
Yeah.
hang out on the beach all day.
Gonna enjoy beach weather while we got it.
Exactly.
How much beach weather do you get up there?
Honestly, we get about 2 good solid months of it. July and August. August being the best month because the water is lovely and warm then, and the days are nice and hot, the evenings nice and cool. And then for some reason, it's like we hit the first week of September, and nature goes, right, that's your lot.
Well, you've had enough of this.
The days are still nice, but all of a sudden the water's too damn cold. So I don't know. Maybe with global warming that'll change, and we'll get another month or maybe a year round. Who can say? Anyway,
God
You
willing.
need a lot of people to pee in the ocean.
we don't have that many people here.
That's true.
The ocean city water is always warm, probably from the pee.
Exactly.
Probably.
All the pee.
Mhm.
Johnny, what did you do this week?
Oh, I don't know. Actually, to be perfectly honest, there was.
It's not going to be as cool when we talk about this next week.
I went to. Next week's going to be fantastic. I have a Hootie the Blowfish hat.
Yeah.
Got that. So that's that'll be broken out tomorrow or Thursday. God, now I'm all off of days.
Yeah. Now you're going to go to the concert
Next
on
Wednesday.
So this upcoming week is going to be fantastic. Last week I went to Mark's house, saw the new place. The backyard's fantastic. The house is nice. We played some basketball. Hudson continued to press buttons so that the garage door went up and down for like 15 minutes straight. And I got a 55-inch TV.
Nice. Congratulations.
Yeah. Apparently, it was already mounted on the wall. Mark didn't really want it, so they took it down. He tried to sell it, but they couldn't find the stand. While we were cleaning stuff out of the house, we found the stand. But what I did was I bought and when I finally put it together this weekend, I'll send out pictures on something. But I bought a rolling TV stand for a 55-inch TV, so that I can quite literally roll the TV out onto the deck and watch TV.
There you go.
That's phenomenal.
There you go. You're living the life.
It's also really fucking egregious, but it's phenomenal too.
Right? Isn't it?
I like it.
It's awfully aggressive.
Yeah.
If you ask me. I don't know if I sent you the picture, Scotty, or if I posted it anywhere.
I
But
don't know. I don't remember seeing it.
I had it in my living room,
Okay.
next to the other TV. First of all, my actual TV is a 43-inch TV. The reason is because I only have a 12-foot wide townhouse.
Sure.
So you put a 55-inch TV so that I can watch the Community Shield on it, and it literally takes up the landing to my steps.
Wow.
Going, it's that wide that
Wow.
it like takes up that whole area. So I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna have to figure out some way that, one, it's not on the floor, and two, I can move it easily.
The only picture you seem to have put up of this weekend was the epic Hashik mask find.
Ah, that was fantastic. That's
Yes.
downstairs. I was very happy about that because I thought that it was lost. I will
Nice.
say I thought that I lost it in one of my moves, and all of a sudden we're moving Mark out, and it's like in a Tupperware, and I was like, "Oh, that's mine." Yeah, the old blue helmet. Both of the side pieces on the Cooper helmet are broken in half. Still don't care. The inside is like shaved up because like it was too small for my head, so we like shaved the padding some so that we could still like put it on. Got the Hasek cage, and then I hand painted 39 on the back of it, like any good Dominic Hasek Sabres fan would do.
Obviously.
So that's back in my possession. It's in the basement.
Now here's the question. What was the reaction to the birthday gift?
Yes.
Oh. Mark might have to he might have a different reaction when he comes on. So I give, first of all, I give
Let's go if he comes on.
I give Brittany 2 bottles of bubbly rosé from the wine store that's near my house.
Wonderful.
Perfect gift. I give Hudson a new USA team kit, shorts and t-shirt, 2T or 3T, I think it is. One of the two of those. One of those damn T's. And I give Mark his autographed Anton Volchenkov picture, 8x10 in the frame. And he pulls it out and he looks and he goes, "This is a great picture." I go, "You know who it is?" He's like, "No." And they go, "It's Anton Volchenkov." And he's like, "Oh, that's so good." And then Brittany goes, "Well, what did you get?" And he goes, so there's this running joke on the show. It's this guy. He I never remember his name, but he blocks a lot of shots. And John got me an autograph picture of him. It was so good.
He's a guy, he blocks shots, he gets to where's 24.
That's what makes it even better. Is he pulls out, looks at the picture, and he doesn't know who it
He
was.
doesn't remember it is.
That just makes the
you know
joke
what?
even better.
That's staying on brand.
Oh yes.
Staying on brand.
Yes.
Not on brand, because that's a completely different sensation.
Yes, that's true.
Who
Who helps you a little bit move a little faster.
And just like I couldn't get rid of MedStar fast enough, the Maryland Black Bears signed with MedStar Health today.
I saw it today. I'm like, Jesus Christ, Johnny's oh boy.
I was like, you son of a bitch.
Oh boy. Nice. And then you get Hootie coming up this week. So we will talk about that next week.
I'll send you guys out this picture of the fantasticness of my living room this weekend.
Yes.
Oh, I did also find the TV is a smart TV, which is great. I'm sure that they all are at this point. But I was able to set up Amazon Prime Video on it pretty quickly. And so I can watch, there's a new series out called This Is Football. And I think there's 6 episodes so far. So once I get that up on a mount, I'm going to sit at my house and watch that.
Attaboy.
Yeah. I'm
very
good.
nice. All right.
I'm done. I've had enough of a week.
Lyle, anything exquisite happened to you this week?
Oh, no, I can't. No, let me think. No, not really. Oh, I'm lying right off the bat. First of all, we had a couple of lovely days out at the beach over the past week. And then the instrument panel on my aging Chevy HHR decided, fuck it, and just stopped working. So had that in, and they took the instrument panel apart. And there's a cluster in behind there. The connections are made and everything like that.
Yeah, there's a cluster. All right.
Yeah, there's a cluster. All right. But anyway, they were saying, they looked at it and they're like, well, we may have to replace it, but that'll cost a hell of a lot of money. So they said they've cleaned it up. put everything back together, and lo and behold, the instrument panel started working again. So instead of running me over $800, it only ran me 200. All of that, but the car is coming to the end of its life cycle, guys. So I will probably be looking for a new set of wheels within the next couple of months. I'm really hoping that the NHL comes to a CBA agreement next month, because then I can go out and get this car without worrying about the threat of a lockout hanging over my head for another year. Because I really don't want to have a car payment hanging over my head if there's going to be a lockout.
Yeah.
Because I haven't had a car payment now in the last 4 years. Because, of course, my thing with cars is I buy them new, I drive them until they're ready to be pushed off a cliff, and then I go and get a new car. So anyway, so that was my adventure, and we went out and had a lovely big breakfast at a farmer's market. So that was a good time too. Oh yeah, we're doing the whole summer thing, thingy. As I said, a lot of beach stuff, I'm making the most of the time during the quiet period of the NHL off season, which is especially like now, as we both know, with arbitration over and there's nobody left in free agency, and teams are waiting until training camps start opening next month before they'll start signing up their big name restricted free agents that they got left to sign. So hey, it's like, okay, let's make the most of the downtime. So kind of doing that. Just yeah.
I will say this: the fucking Players Weekend jerseys for the MLB this year are fucking terrible.
Is that the black one that the Orioles have?
Yeah, the straight black one. It's like silhouetted all over the place. They are pretty bad.
You got a Scotty screen share? Show us that?
Yeah. I was trying to look for see if they had Chris Creamer's logos had the other teams, but it looks like it's black. At least from the props that I've seen, it's black and white. So here it is for the Orioles. Almost looks like the turn ahead the clock gimmicks.
You can't see the logo on the hat.
It's all silhouette, brother. It's all
That's bullshit.
It is kind of bad. I don't know. I think it actually looks pretty badass. I think those will sell in Baltimore.
Yeah. Well,
why's it got to be like that?
Call me old school, but yeah.
Well, here's the thing: a lot of teams or a lot of New Era prints a lot of those kind of hats where it's the color on color situation. And I was actually going to check if Chris Creamer's sports logos.
Yeah, well, it's no fun for somebody like me who has poor color vision.
Right, and if you get you got shitty depth perception, you're double fucked.
Thankfully, I don't have that, but yeah, my color vision is shit. So that's why I really don't like color on color, tone on tone. Like
God. All right, so okay, hold on. Let me see if there's a bigger version of it, ladies. So all right, so this is the Dodgers and the Yankees will be playing the Players Weekend against each other. Shield your eyes.
Okay.
Because there's the color palette.
Oh Lord.
It's white on white for the Dodgers and black on black for the Yankees.
Okay, somebody needs to tell Major League Baseball that just because games weren't played in color on television until the 1960s, it doesn't mean that the world was in black and white and that was the color of the uniforms back then. Yeah. Jesus.
White
That's
on
horrible.
White, brother. Yeah, it's not
that
great.
That is horrible.
Not great at all.
No, I see what you mean. They're
terrible. I feel really bad for the equipment manager that needs to wash those white uniforms as they play tomorrow.
He might as well just say, you know what, fuck it. I'm
sure as hell hoping they have 3 sets of uniforms for the weekend.
They probably do. Try and wash them damn things.
All right, so I'm going to Scotty screen share this again because they actually do have all the jerseys on there. And this is why I'm glad the NHL doesn't do anything like this. It just does goofy third uniforms every now and again. So here's the hats.
Oh my god!
So there's the hats. You can see all the great hats.
Oh my god!
And then there's the jerseys. The jerseys looking fine.
Oh,
look at those.
You know what? I will never complain about NHL third jerseys ever again.
Yeah,
after seeing that, holy god,
they're doing great.
Okay, stop.
It's almost as like these hats are just like the team hasn't submitted their thing yet.
Yeah, it's like a place setter, isn't it? It's just like, this is just a place setter until they submit the real hat that they're going to use.
They're not wearing them this weekend, right? Because that's the 1989 Orioles Why Not game that I'm going to on Friday night.
No, I think it's first weekend of September. What is it? Let me see here.
Okay, good.
Jesus Christ, what the hell's happening outside my apartment? August 23rd to 25th.
Yeah, well, I won't be there.
23rd to 25th. So you'll be fine. Just don't watch baseball that weekend. You haven't all summer. Why would you start now? So there you go. At least the NHL hasn't had anything that stupid.
No, forgotten, not yet. Anyway, for
Yeah.
God's sake, don't anybody let them see this.
Oh no, they see it, and I'm sure the players want their nicknames on the back, which you'll have a lot of E's at the end and ers.
Yeah, which
Um,
makes it just even more. Say what you will about MLB nicknames, but at least they're creative.
Yeah,
You know, I mean, because what is it? It's all Iggy or
Yeah. Yep. Oh,
whatever.
Bergie's doing great.
Bergie.
Marshy. It's like
Well, I
fucking get over
suppose
it.
yelling polar bear is just one consonant too many. You want to keep it short and sweet when you're yelling at a player's name. You're looking for a pass.
Meh.
What
Dick
would
cheese.
it have been? I mean, what would it have been if for that iconic for Canada, that iconic goal in the Olympics with Sidney Crosby, where Crosby famously shouts out to Jerome McGinley that he's open by yelling Iggy. But suppose Iggy's nickname had been Tarantula, that pass never would have been made. Tarantula. No.
Yep.
No, then you symbolize it. Spider, and then Spider gets the pass over.
Yeah, see, they're not that creative.
No.
Then they throw it to the guy who played at Richmond, though.
Right. Exactly.
That game still might be going on.
That might be,
if his name was longer than Iggy.
Yeah. I know.
Yeah.
Miro. It's short. It's great.
Pamplemousse.
Yeah. Grapefruit. Perfect.
There you go.
What did I do this week? I didn't do much this weekend. I sorted out a couple things this weekend. So this is a stack. So this stack of cards here that you see in front of you.
Yes.
There's 2 boxes of these.
Wow.
And these are all going to be Patreon stuff. These are from the 2018-19 Upper Deck MVP set. I'm a mistake. What I did is I bought like a couple hobby packs and a couple blaster packs, and then I went out and bought the actual complete first series 1 to 250. I'm like, all right, cool. Well, I have doubles of all these now, so I'll be giving these away.
There you go.
So that's it. When I figure out how to do that for Patreon, which luckily I have off tomorrow, so I'll do that. I'll be doing that. Also this weekend, what did I buy? A 1910 baseball rulebook or baseball guide. So I don't have it. Do I have it here? I think. Yeah. Hold on. Give me.
Is that
2 seconds.
before or after the Black Sox incident?
Before.
That was 1918, wasn't it? Maybe
1919. Give me 1 second. Hold on a minute. I'm taking my headphones off so I can't hear what you're saying. Hey, there's a flying.
So, Johnny, how's things?
This is great radio at its finest.
I know, right?
I sent you guys the picture of my obnoxious living room right now.
Perfect.
Oh, gotta look for it. Yeah. Hang on a second.
It's on the Gmail.
The So here it is. The March 1910 Spalding's Baseball Classic.
Ooh.
So it is in wonderful fashion.
Very nice.
It's in really good shape for being over 100 years old. And $5. $5.
$5.
Yeah.
Good
Probably
Lord.
resell this one for a little bit more than that.
Yeah.
Probably because it's not on the internet.
Yep. I went to the flea market and got it. Also, I bought a. This is probably a pride and joy of my Sean Leahy action figure. My prime Sean Leahy action figure. He's doing great for himself there. I'm gonna give him to sign it next time I see him. Looking great.
Oh,
It's too bad he
man.
doesn't wear that type of outfit to the draft.
I know.
Where's that to the pool area, but not to the actual
Yeah,
draft
not
floor.
not the actual draft.
So I have my Sean Leahy action figure ready to go for Montreal.
Holy cow, Johnny! Wow, I can see what you mean about the size of that telly.
Yeah,
Oof.
it's obnoxious, but I like it.
Yeah, I don't blame you. Just room wise, it's kind of.
And all it has is a Chromecast in it
That's it.
and Amazon Prime. So,
Okay.
Yeah.
No, still,
Wow,
hey,
that is tremendous.
that is. I like it.
Solid work for free.
Hey,
Yeah. Nothing like a free 55-inch.
Right, ladies? All right.
How did we know you were going there? We just knew.
Because it's fucking dick joke after dick joke.
That's all we
It's
do.
what this
here.
show's been for 18 years.
This show's
Speaking
been
of
sophomoric for 18 years. We have
Yeah.
never changed.
which, nah, man,
Nor
I
will
am
we.
I am never sophomore.
We're getting ready to graduate high school.
Essentially, we're right there.
Oh,
Which brings us to
shut
this.
up.
Brings us to this. Patreon's a thing. Patreon.com/FaceOffHockey Show. You can be like Chris and Matthew and Damon and Mark and Trista and Ethan and Brian and Jeff and Kevin and Mitch and Angela and Sean. They all support us. You can too. Patreon.com/FaceOffHockey Show. And hey, once I figure out this whole card thing, who knows? I might be able to. This is annoying. Who cuts grass at fucking 6 o'clock on a Tuesday? Anyway. Man, see, now I'm so mad the camera's falling. So yeah, Patreon, and like I said, once I figure out these cards things, maybe we can get more people to do even a one-time use situation. So, in accordance with our 18th birthday coming up on Thursday the 8th,
Happy birthday.
things we did when we were 18.
Oh my.
Things we did. Now it's going to be a little skewed for Lyle because the drinking age in Canada was is younger.
Yes, it,
So
it
you were-
was 19 when I was 18, and it still is 19. So
In
except
certain
in Alberta,
provinces.
where it is in Quebec, where it is 18.
I think Manitoba is also 18.
Oh, okay. Wouldn't surprise me. Wouldn't surprise me.
Isn't it 18 in Quebec because that's when you split threes 3 times?
Yes,
That's what I
that's
thought.
exactly what happens.
Whoa.
18 Manitoba, Alberta, and Quebec.
In Quebec.
So I remember it was 19 because I just turned 19 before the draft, and we went to Ontario. I'm like, oh, whew, what did I dodge a blow on that one? To get in there. All right, so things we did at 18. Johnny,
At 18.
18. This is going in the Wayback Machine for you.
That was 30 years ago. Not really.
22.
That's
Close enough.
So let's see. 18. Man. I would have been going into college, so I think I was still that summer I was trying to make a soccer team. So I was sure I was running and doing all of that kind of stuff. Probably weighed about 115 pounds.
Nice.
Um
You still wrestling at that point too?
yeah. I wrestled 118 my freshman year in college.
Wonderful.
So yeah, probably some wrestling. I don't know. Maybe had some people in headlocks. I'm sure that occurred. Yeah, when I was 18, I guess I won the MIA wrestling tournament again. That would have been the second year in a row that I won that.
Nice. Wonderful.
And bear in mind, Johnny's talking about amateur wrestling, not pro wrestling, kids.
No,
Yeah.
pro wrestling.
So I think
Collegiate-
he would have been a bomb
collegiate
at pro
stuff.
wrestling too.
He
Yeah.
was going to get into WCW if it hadn't closed up.
Yep.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's probably about it. Refereeing soccer.
Were you at that young age?
Yeah, I started when I was 15 refereeing soccer.
Mm.
So yeah, some refereeing, some playing, wrestling, getting ready to go to Western Maryland College, working on my golf game.
Nice.
Still
You were
working on my golf game. Yeah, that was the good thing about us growing up is that both my parents were into sports, and they definitely allowed Mark and I to play whatever sport we wanted to.
Nice.
So yeah, I mean, I guess that's where I would have to be when I was 18.
So your brain wasn't being rotted by those evil video games in the internet, right?
Okay, so technically, the technicality of it is that video games didn't come out until I was like in high school anyway. So at least in my house, we got a Nintendo when Mark and I were in high school, and we played NHL '94 a lot.
Yeah.
That's how we learned so much about hockey.
Yeah.
And watching the Caps on HTS and the Orioles were a decent baseball team. Yeah, it's a different time and different place. it seems.
Yeah.
It's almost like it didn't happen.
Lyle, 18. We're gonna look back 6 decades for this.
Oh yeah, 6 decades. 1981 actually. 6 decades.
Or I was born.
Yeah. Yes. Well, obviously, I graduated high school, and I was spending the summer as a reservist in the Royal Canadian Artillery. So I was shooting off howitzers. Yay! That was actually a lot of fun. 18 is like being in the artillery is definitely a young man's game. But it was a lot of fun. I really enjoyed it. And it put me on the path to, little did I know, was going to be a 25-year career in the Canadian military. But also, the one other thing that I discovered too, spending a summer on a military base as an artillery reservist. Back then, the rule was if you were old enough to wear the uniform, you were old enough to drink.
There you go.
So
That's a good rule.
you can pretty much figure out how me and my friends spent our downtime. Yeah, and that we weren't allowed to drink off the base. We couldn't go into the towns and go drinking in those rules still applied. Oh, you're 19, you can't come in. But we could drink at the drinking establishments that were on the base. So yeah, and the drinks and we wouldn't have gone drinking off the base anyway because the drinks on the base were cheaper because they were subsidized. So yeah, that's how I began bruising my liver. Was back then. Yeah, and just then the rest of that year was just trying to figure out what the hell I was going to do because once that that summertime gig ended, then I came back home and there wasn't a lot of work at that time because we were, look it up in the history book, kids, it was the middle of a crushing recession back then. And that was also something that put me further onto the path to join the Canadian Forces because what work there was around home was just either working in the woods, cutting pulpwood, which I did that, cutting firewood, which in the wintertime, which was no fun going into the snow up to your waist to do that, or working on the Port Maitland Wharf during herring season, unloading the boats when they would come in at midnight with their catches. Yeah, so you can understand why I decided, okay, fuck this, I'm joining the military. I'm going to get out and see the world and actually do stuff. So, and that led me on the path to eventually becoming a hockey writer and then eventually meeting you guys. And even though I haven't been doing the show as long as you guys have, I've been on, 16 years, right? I came on, it was about 2003 was when you guys first had me on the show.
Yeah.
And then it started to become semi-regular and then, yeah, regular. Regular, like Bran. See, I brought it right back.
There it is. I like it.
That's why you went from being a guest to being on the show every week.
Yeah,
exactly.
Regular.
We kicked Kevin Greenstein out so you could have both spots.
Right, and he was a boring clod.
He
doesn't listen. He doesn't listen. It's fine.
Johnny, you 18, go.
This show, this show, literally. Yeah, it was getting out of high school, so kind of doing some training to start Newman, try to get the hockey team there, and then bugged up my knee during freshman tryouts. So that was I'm like, fuck it, I don't feel like doing this. It's fine, things are fine. So yeah, then I started doing this show in August beforehand. And then like that first semester of college was kind of wild because all our roommates moved out, and I ended up being like the only one in there with my Scotty Waz alone time. That was
right. That was when you had alone time wasn't the show on Sunday night at one point too?
It was Wednesday, yeah, because it was only Sunday and I switched from Sunday to Wednesday on the other show.
That's because we did a better time slot,
right?
On the media network that we created.
Yes, exactly. So yeah, drove down like my first semester, like the first weekend I was there, I drove down to North Carolina, just from Philly to North Carolina, just to see at the time my girlfriend at the time. So that was a fun fucking ride. Jesus, that was the most boring ride of my life. In the Seafoam Green Machine. That was fantastic. What else happened when I was 18? Yeah, no, it was just going to college and getting like the first time away from Maryland because I was in just the safe suburbs of Philadelphia, actually closer to Wilmington, Delaware than I was to Philadelphia. So the travel depot that is Delaware. It's not a state. It's literally just a truck stop. Like the entire state's a truck stop. And then like there's bigger truck stops like Rehoboth and Dover where you can gamble. But as a whole, the state itself is not. And also Wilmington where you can bank, apparently. A lot of banks in Wilmington. And anything else exciting in 18? No. Like I said, just doing this show, and then it's been half my life now, and half of Mark's life too.
It's amazing.
It's kind of weird to say that out loud in this day and age. So, yeah, that's like, did I do any too much dumb stuff? No, because everyone in my friend circle was younger than me by Balanji was 2 weeks younger than me, and everyone else like not until July their birthday, or like the end of June was their birthday. So it's like, we can't go out and buy smokes together. So yeah, that was about the long and short of it. Just getting that quote unquote freedom, and then realizing that fucking Aston, Pennsylvania is terrible, and there's nothing to do there on the weekend. So coming home every weekend and chilling. That was a fun thing to do. Like, yeah, no, I'll just drive up and down when gas was 99 cents. I mean, we could deal with it. You can get away with that.
That's true.
So, yeah. I remember also like almost not even the first month I was there is when 9/11 happened too. It was just like, Jesus Christ.
Wow.
Fucking, that's amazing. Just remembering waking up to the girls down the hall busting into our room because she had a key. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about the semantics of how she had a key. It just it happened.
It was in case you locked yourself out.
That's exactly it. And she's just like, oh my God, the plane's flying into buildings. I looked at my clock. I'm like, fuck, I missed math class. I didn't really register what she said.
Yeah.
I was just waking up and I'm just like, fuck, I gotta go. And I looked at the news. I'm just like, I don't think I'm gonna go to classes today.
Yeah,
I don't think that
anybody went to classes that day.
No, actually, we did. They didn't cancel any of our classes.
Oh wow!
They let it. Like, we're in Philly. It's fine. We're far enough away from everything. It was a Catholic college. You're like, the power of God is fine with us.
Oh, for heaven's sake!
Like, all right, yeah, no, that's what they said too. For heaven's sake, go to class.
That's good.
I actually showed up to my 1 o'clock class, and I'm just like, yeah, I don't know. My dad's down in that area, so he's like, the professor's just like, all right, we're just gonna cancel it. We don't. It's kind of too somber. But I'll see you guys on Thursday, right? I'm like, yeah, no, gave him the double guns, and away we did. It's kind of awkward to say that, to do the double guns in this point in time. So yeah, that was the college years. Those are the fun times. That was terrible. That was a fucking terrible time. I hate it. And then looking back on it, wasn't that bad, but I don't know. All my friends left in the first semester and a half. It's like, all right, cool. I don't feel like learning new people's names. I'll just go home now. Hate the school. And then none of my credits transferred because none of them were offered in other schools. So I was like, all right, well, fuck it. You fucked me again, Newman. You fucked me again.
Yep. The
Way to go.
Franciscan University Catholic Knights.
Oh, they Catholic knighted me the entire time. All right. So that's what we did at 18.
No offense, Scotty, but it sounds like I had more fun when I was 18 than you did.
Oh yeah, no, I went to Catholic college. Couldn't have any fun.
Wow.
Yeah, I would think
Wow.
so too.
Wow.
Yeah.
It was a different time and a different place in the 80s.
Yes. Boy.
Yeah, no. Like, yeah, the fucking like Newman was just like literally like nothing.
Oh
there.
man,
Like,
that's no good when you're young. You gotta have. Well, it's no good anytime, but especially when you're young.
The hot spot was the Denny's, and like literally me
He's not trying to joke around.
No,
I
I'm not.
know.
It was
Oh, God.
a lot of the girls and I and like their boyfriends and our buddies would all go to like the fucking diner at like 11 o'clock at night, just because we didn't want to sleep and we didn't feel like studying, or they would bring the books with them. And it's just like, oh, okay, this is something. And there was a fucking mall there, but a like not like the mall now is closed and I can't remember the name of it. I went to it when we were in Philly.
Aston.
No, that's the town we were in. But it was like Limestone Mall, some horse shit. It's not there anymore, so I can't even look it up.
Limekiln Pike
Sure.
is around there.
Yeah. It was close to me, not the Springfield Mall, because that's near Swarthmore. Oh, also the big Wawa farm was there too. So that was cool. For anybody who knows Wawa, shout out Wawa.
Is that where they grew tiny Wawas?
Yeah, exactly. Where they grew tiny Wawas and sent them there. Oh, and also near the Wawa plant was Granite Run Mall. That's what it was called.
Oh.
Granite Run Mall.
Not even close to what you were saying earlier.
Yeah, it had some kind of rock formation in there. There's also a Riddle Hospital that's there, and I always thought, oh, you have to tell a riddle to get seen by a doctor. But yeah, across from the Wawa was the greatest thing ever. It was the combination Pizza Hut, Taco Bell, KFC.
We had some good times about talking about that.
Oh man, was that just a fucking great time? That was a great era of the show. There's actually this little city called Wawa, the National Wawa Preserve. So
There's a town in northern Ontario called Wawa.
Yeah, but do they have
home of the giant goose?
But do they go ahead and give birth to convenience stores, Lyle? Didn't think so.
No, they don't.
No. You can't get that. You can't get that MTO, brother. Can't get that MTO, brother. Anyway, so that was my life at 18. I'm sure we could do an entire show, our lives in college, because fuck boy, the times at Aston within the first 3 weeks, hilarious. Minus that whole 9/11 thing, that was not great.
No.
Nor hilarious. But boy, those are exciting times when you see a girl you hooked up with in the first week get thrown out of school because she was crazy and threatened to jump out the fucking third floor window. Those were times.
Wow.
That was aggressive. It was aggressive. Those were times.
I never went to college, so
as a freshman, as an 18-year-old hooking up with a senior, these things are aggressive. These things are aggressive. It's 6
for next year's show.
Yeah, exactly. That's for the next year anniversary show.
Next year anniversary show.
Or fuck it, I don't know, next week. Who's to say? Yeah, it really depends on what's going on.
Yeah. Oh, and I should let you guys know that not next week, but the week after, I will be on my vacation time then. So I won't be, unfortunately, I won't be available that day.
All right. So 21.
21.
That was a good movie, 21. Not going to lie to you. Mm-hmm. Did you ever watch that, Lyle? You ever seen that one?
Which one was that one?
I'm sorry, not 21. Game Show. It was
Game Show.
Ralph Fiennes.
Yes.
And
that was the one
else.
where he was cheating.
Yes, where they were getting the answers.
Yes, I remember that one. That was a long time ago, but I do remember that one. It was pretty good. Game show or quiz show?
Quiz show. That's what it was. Quiz show.
Yes. That's why I was confused. But yeah, no, that was. God.
Yeah, that was a good movie.
Yeah.
Was it 21, the movie about the MIT kids that went to Vegas and were counting cards?
Yes.
Was that
it? And Kevin Spacey was the
yes.
That back when Kevin Spacey wasn't creepy and we liked his movies. Yeah.
Right.
Well, he was still creepy, just no one knew.
Well, yeah, he still gave off a creepy vibe, but we still enjoyed his movies.
The game show of the one quiz show was called 21 because you get the
that's
count
right.
to 21.
Yeah.
Yeah, Ralph Fiennes and John Turturro. Everybody.
Yeah. Too Fine. It was directed, I think, by Robert Redford.
It was.
Yeah. Very good movie.
It was a solid movie.
Oh, can I just say also as well, this summer I have a reason to watch CNN, and it's they've been doing the weekly thing of they're looking at all like the best movies of each decade. It's produced by Tom Hanks.
Okay.
And it's really good. It's funny how many really good movies of each decade you've forgotten, and then you go, oh yeah, I remember that movie. Yeah, it was pretty good. Yeah.
Nice.
So, of course, they're just showing all the good movies. They're not showing like the
like Jiggly.
Yeah, nothing like Jackass the movie or American Pie or nothing like that. You know,
American
they should
Pie
show like
showed
the.
everybody what occurs at band camp.
I would love to see something that would do like the worst movies of each decade, because some are so bad they're good.
Geely.
You know, yeah. For
Some
an
of them
example,
were really bad, but had a cult following.
well,
Like the
that's
critics
yeah.
hate it, and that became like the cult following behind it.
Well, that's one of the reasons why I like Mystery Science Theater 3000 so much. Apart from when you first watch it and they're riffing on a bad movie, and then it's the jokes and all that, which is great. But then you watch it a couple more times, and then you start you kind of gain an appreciation for the movie itself. Like the old Ed Wood movies, like Plan 9 from Outer Space. I mean, that was so bad, but at the same time, it's like, you could tell that at least the guy was like, he really believed in the movie, as bad as it was, and the actors he hired, they were horrible actors, but you could tell they're really, really trying, so you kind of get an appreciation for them after a while. There's like, I'd love to see somebody do a series like that of the worst movies of each decade.
Nice. Oh, yeah, that'd be great. I'm sure there's people out there.
Oh God, I
that.
love cheesy movies. I do. I mean, I love great movies and I love cheesy. I don't like movies that are made bad on purpose, like those Sharknado movies. Fuck those. Okay,
I think those are great. That's great
they're
camp.
Garbage. No, they're not camp. They're setting out to be deliberately bad.
Yes,
it
gave Ian Ziering a career again.
Lyle,
let's not fucking take his 90210 money away.
I like bad movies that are, you could tell that the actors and the directors, they were at least really trying. They believed in the project. They thought they were making a good movie. They really, really tried. Sharknado, everybody knows they're making a bad movie. The actors are basically winking at you going, this is garbage, right?
But the thing is that I feel it's worse that they try to make a good movie, because you're insulting them by saying you tried your hardest and it's still garbage.
Yeah, but I appreciate the effort that went into it, though. That's why I like it. At least there's an earnestness to it. They at least tried. You at least try. You tried and you failed. Yeah, but at least you tried. Sharknado is just, like I said, it's being bad on purpose. And I
think it's much worse for them to try and fail, like try hard and fail, because it's just like, wow,
I don't.
You really should give up life and go work at a McDonald's or maybe a Wawa, depending on where your location is at.
Nah. I have a more optimistic view of that. I could say yes, but sometimes people who did bad movies went on and did great things.
Like
Jack Nicholson starred in the original Little Shop of Horrors, which was a bad movie. It was directed by Roger Corman. He became one of the greatest actors of all time. Okay, so there's one example. I can give you more. Basically, a lot of people who worked for Roger Corman, Ron Howard, for God's sake, he was just known as Opie, from just little kid Opie on the Andy Griffith Show, and he did a Roger Corman movie called Eat My Dust. That was before he went on to become, Ron Howard, the great director, and everything like that. And he got that from being in a bad Roger Corman movie. So, stepping stones, man, stepping stones.
Mm-hmm.
There you go. See.
There we go. Speaking of stepping stones, Kevin Shattenkirk used his stepping stone to go ahead, signed a 1-year deal with the Tampa Bay Lightning. Everyone's like, "Oh, the rich getting richer." I'm like, I don't know. Kevin Shattenkirk hasn't been that great. I don't know how much
2 years. No.
Yeah, I don't know how much the rich is getting richer. They're champs.
Well, the prices. I got to admit, I was surprised that the Lightning grabbed him. I really didn't think that they would have enough to. Evidently, they feel they got enough room to shave it out, and they really do. When you look at how much cap space they got, because Braden Point's going to get $8 million a season. And when I say $8 million, how come you say he's getting $8 million, and yet you say that Mitch Marner's going to get almost $11 million? So I've got to that before. It's because he's playing in a place where there's no state tax, dummy. Which means $8 million a season is $8 million a season.
Yeah.
So he'll get that, and then they just got to sign Adam Erne, and that'll probably be about 1.1 to 1.5. They can dump a contract to the minors and free up more room if they need to. So they have enough room to take on Shattenkirk in 1 year. And let's face it, at 1 year, 175. This is basically a show me contract, not just for the Lightning, because I don't think they'll be able to afford to re-sign him if he does have a bounce back season, but for the rest of the league, to kind of get his career back on track. Because the injuries did play a part in, his decline. And let's face it, they were also rebuilding there in the Rangers, so that wasn't a good situation there either. But we'll see. No harm, no foul in signing them. I mean, hell, you got him dirt cheap. He can at least bolster your power. But Lord knows they could have used that when they were playing against Columbus.
Well, listen,
Huh?
you can use anything in that fucking series.
Oh boy, yeah.
Will Butcher. Will Butcher re-signs with New Jersey for 3 years. Now, the signing itself is whatever. Is New Jersey like slowly getting really good and before our eyes, and we just don't know who the fuck the goaltending is going to be?
Yeah, that's the only real thing that worries about. To me, they're the most improved team in terms of you just look what they did in the offseason. I mean, bringing in PK Subban. I mean, for
that alone
pennies on the dollar, good lord. Yeah, that in itself, congratulations, you just won the summer. But then you get Wayne Simmons on a 1-year deal. It's $5 million, but it's just a 1-year deal. If he doesn't bounce back, well, you only got him for a year, and they had a shit ton of cap space, so they can afford. Whereas other teams couldn't afford to give him $5 million a season, they could. So could work to their benefit if he has the proverbial bounce back season. They go out and they acquire Nikita Gusev. Now, we don't know how well this kid's going to be. I mean, he could either take right off and be the next Artemi Panarin, or it could be a massive flop, but you got him for 2 years in an affordable deal. Again, you got the cap space, and if he blossoms into a scorer like they think he's going to, if he even becomes half the scorer that Panarin is, that'll be a good pickup for them. So, all of that, I'm sure I'm missing something else. I'm sure there's something else.
Well, another year older for Hall and Nico Hischier.
And of course, and Jack Hughes. They drafted Jack Hughes.
That's right.
Overall,
the biggest thing.
Yes, was that too. So I think all of that, I think that makes them the most improved. It's just, again, as you pointed out, what's their goaltending going to be like? Has Corey Schneider fully come back? Is Mackenzie
Blackwood?
Thank you. I was going to call it Blackwell. I'm thinking Jerry Blackwell, the old wrestler from AWA days. But no, Blackwood. If those two can actually put up some decent stats, the Devils could be in really good shape this season, and that'll go a long way to helping them re-sign Taylor Hall.
Absolutely. Who is UFA after next season?
Yeah, and he's gonna need to know if this team is really truly heading in the right direction. And if they can just tear it up this season, it won't be enough to just squeeze into the playoffs, though. I think if they just squeeze in and they get bounced out again in the first round, I think Taylor will just say, well, thanks guys, it was fun, but I need to go somewhere where I got a chance to win a cup. I'm 28 and running out of time.
Wayne Simmons also on that team too, on a 1 year.
That's what I was saying. I mentioned Wayne Simmons. Yeah,
I was too busy looking things up, like who the fuck their goaltending after Blackwood is. It's nobody.
It's nobody. Yeah, that's that's their Achilles heel, I think, right there.
Because both their goaltenders in the AHL in Cam Johnson and Ken Appleby left. So
whoops.
It was probably that unlimited apps thing that got rid of that.
Absolutely. Just priced about.
Yep.
In the neighborhood.
Yeah.
Also, Kincaid, the guy who actually was good last season too.
Yeah, he's now backing up Carey Price in Montreal.
Good for him.
Yeah.
Poor Antoniemi. We were all pro Antoniemi there for like a week and a half.
Yep.
And then not great. GM search for the Minnesota Wild is ongoing. Ron Hextall, Peter Chiarelli for some reason is interviewing. Don
They're not
Waddell
considered the front runners, by the way.
I hope to God not. Don Waddell, and they're asking for permission to speak with Scott Mellenby.
They received it.
They did. Okay, good.
They've since received it. The Waddell one is interesting, because he's apparently not on the contract right now.
He is a free agent.
Yeah, I think the reason why he's doing that, is to kind of put the squeeze on Tom Dundon. My God. It's just weird. Anybody else would have friggin' re-signed, especially after the work that Waddell did last season. Any normal owner would have signed him, at least signed him to a 1-year deal.
Sure.
But no, this is Tom Dundon we're talking about. I love how Waddell said, we made the decision to re-sign Sebastian Aho was made in 5 minutes. And it's like, okay, you probably made that decision inside of 5 minutes. It probably took Dundon. Took you a lot of arm twisting to convince Dundon to do it. But anyway, I'll take you at your word. I wasn't there.
You think they would take that to the superstar that Aho is becoming in the region? like for Thomas Dundon not to recognize that and say
It wouldn't
sold?
surprise me. It
Oh,
wouldn't
okay.
surprise me.
Yeah, but he
Dundon
only sells
is-
the red jerseys. The white
Dundon
jerseys
is
are on sale, so that's why.
exactly. Yeah. But it's hard to nail Dundon down. That's like I said, just when you think, oh, okay, yeah, all right, yes, obviously, good call to, though you put yourself in that situation for an offer sheet by playing hardball with him in the first place. But regardless, you did the right thing and you didn't get stupid and you resign him. And then we discover what Waddell doesn't have a contract. So I'm thinking that, yeah, this whole interviewing with the Wild thing is just kind of Waddell's way of saying, Tom, hello, you haven't resigned me yet, and if I get a better offer from these guys, yeah.
Thomas Dundon has said that he's talked to Don, and he's going to go interview and do what's best for his family. It doesn't seem like Thomas Dundon gives a fuck. So interesting move, interesting tactic going on there.
Oh boy! And by the way, though, I
He
really
probably thinks he can match other people's offers for whatever it is.
Oh yeah.
yeah. It's just like, why would you let other teams set the price, dumbass? You're supposed to be a billionaire, and you're letting other teams set the friggin' price. Like, yeah, on offer sheets for your best player, and now for the general manager who, I don't know, helped your team get into the playoffs for the first time in a decade. The hell's wrong with this man? Jesus, just because he's a billionaire doesn't mean he's smart.
It's going to take longer than a 2-hour show.
Yeah, I know. We might have to do this. This might be a Patreon extra show.
Yeah.
Do a little editing. It'd be great.
Yeah. By the way,
8
real quick,
hours of just us drinking in my basement.
Yeah. By the way, real quick, the Athletics, Michael Russo had a really interesting in-depth
I thought you meant the Oakland Athletics.
Yeah, I did too. Every
yeah.
time I hear the Athletics, I'm thinking about pitcher
anyway-
Bill Zito.
Yeah. Anyway, he did a really great in-depth piece on why the Wild fired Paul Fenton.
That's wild.
Holy shit, was this really bad? The only thing that left me wondering when I was finished reading it was, why did it take Craig Leopold so long to fire the guy? All of this stuff was happening going back to last summer, and you just put up with it, and then let him run the draft and let him control the funding in your first few weeks of free agency, and then decided, yeah, things aren't going good, let's change it up. Because if you
HR sucks.
Because trust me, I know you guys don't have subscriptions to the Athletic, but that piece by Russo was really good.
I do. What the fuck you talking about?
I thought you said you didn't.
God,
I do. I just don't use it.
Oh, okay. Well, seriously,
I don't have it. I don't read.
Yeah, seriously though, Scotty, you get a chance.
I get my news from the show.
Yeah, I know. I read some of it, and it just got really too long and drawn out. And then I thought about Mike Russo and his twink from Dallas. Like, that was a fucking weird time. When he just walked into the bacon hut with a little twink intern, and it was just like, all right. I'm like, this is weird. Are we at the right bacon place? And then Sean, like, he couldn't order his fucking beer, and it was just that was a time.
Oh, I forgot all about that. I told Sean Leahy, but Mark and I went out with the family to Red Robin this weekend, and the waitress walks up and goes, "Whoa, are you guys twins?"
Oh God. Oh God.
And Sean Leahy texted me back, "Damn right she did."
Oh man!
Surprised he didn't text back. How can she think there's twins if one of them's dead?
Oh, poor Leahy.
Wonderful.
Yeah.
It's fine. He can sign in his action figure soon.
He's gonna have to come down and see DC United before they implode when Wayne Rooney leaves.
Right, exactly. Matt Cullen, player development role in Pittsburgh. It seems like all the old players going into a player development role.
Mm-hmm.
Good for him.
Mm-hmm.
Ron Francis said the Seattle Your Names Here will have a name in the first part of 2020. So
I'm getting very partial to Seattle Your Name Here.
I think it works out perfectly.
The Seattle Pope Francis would be good as well.
Oh, that's good. Paul Salad and scrambled eggs. That's one that's been thrown out there. Frazier.
Frazier drop.
Yeah, I don't know. I can't get excited over a Seattle name because it's going to be bad.
Oh, they're going to just totally pooch it.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. I hope they don't, but I got.
What do you want to
feeling
see,
about it.
Lyle? What would you like to see? Perfect world.
Well, perfect world. I'd like to see them have Thunderbirds, but they can't because that name's already been taken.
Mhm.
Thunderbirds would be perfect.
Sure.
Thunderbirds are go. Like that would be perfect, but they can't go with that one. Not the Sasquatches. That's just fucking dumb.
Mm. So you're not a Kraken person either?
and they can't. That is. Oh come on. That's the name of a rum. That's not a name of a friggin' hockey team.
Well, that's
And they can't
maybe
call-
what happens is you drink a lot.
And they can't call them the Orcas because, of course, that symbol's already been taken by the Vancouver Canucks, so you can't go with that. I don't think you can go with anything volcano related. That's a little too close to home, I think. Pun definitely intended. Yeah, the totems might be a good one. Seattle totems. I could go with totems. That way you could still kind of use the Thunderbird. Without actually using the Thunderbird,
Right.
Yeah, just the Kraken is stupid and Sasquatch is dumb. So, yeah.
How about the Sacken? Sasquatch and Kraken mix.
That
Kraken
sounds a little. That sounds a
Sasquatch.
little too much like a certain part of the male anatomy. So,
No, it's exactly what it needs to be.
yeah.
What if it was the Seattle Brews?
Mm.
Mm.
And instead of having a real logo, they just had the Starbucks logo on the front of their jersey.
Wonderful.
The Seattle
It would be
grunge.
like a soccer jersey. They'd have like their own logo in the shoulder, but it would have this big Seattle, big Starbucks logo in the front.
I still, Seattle grunge is fun. They'll
good.
never go with it, but it's fun. The Seattle grunge.
Their jerseys are just like the plaid flannel.
Yes.
Hottest
just
jerseys
played
in the league. Yeah, that's all it is. But not Nirvana and Pearl Jam. Be great. Anything else we missed this week, Lyle? It's kind of a dog shit.
I don't think
week.
we're into that time. I mean, the arbitration stuff's over. There's no big university kid that's available for UFA signing by August 15th. So
Yeah.
we don't have.
Edmondson get a contract recently.
Yep, it's 3.1 mil. If I'm an arbiter, you got that today. So.
Oh, and Ovi is in China as well.
Yeah,
Yes.
Ovi's in China
Yes,
hanging out.
Ovi in China.
Oh, and NBC announced their first game is going to be Caps and Blues on opening night.
There you
How
go.
many times have the Capitals played where the other team was raising the banner?
I don't know.
Is that a
it's
first
happened
time?
at least twice now, because they did it in Pittsburgh one year and they did it in now they're doing it in the Blues that I
Yeah,
remember within the past like 3 years.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but they raised their own banner last year.
Well,
so,
that
sure. But I like the idea of the champion of last year facing the champion previous. That's a
As
good
do
gimmick.
I. As do I. That's a symbolic passing of the torch. I think that they should keep doing that. To be
Mhm.
honest,
Mhm.
they really should.
You should let Ovi carry the cup in though, and then
That'd
hand
be
it.
wonderful too if
Yes.
he just carries the cup in
He
and
carries
gives
it in
to
and hands it to
Petrangelo.
Petrangelo, and he takes off with it.
Yeah.
That would be I don't know how keen Ovi would be to do that though.
Oh,
you
he'd
know.
love to have the cup again. He would love to
He
just
just
be like,
went to hand it
Yeah.
off to a member
You
of
just
the
skate around the ice with it and put
yeah,
it
he gets
back.
to skate around with it. Yeah, he
just
gives
one
a
last
shit.
time, come out with
Yeah.
it, and the traditional carry out. That would be a new tradition. It'd actually be kind of cool.
That
That'd
would
be
be
fun.
like that'd be
Masters.
like the Masters, right? Where
Yeah.
the
Yes.
last year's gives the green jacket begrudgingly as long as they didn't play well that week, something like
Yeah. No, that'd be pretty cool.
I'd honestly appreciate that more than the handshake line after some of these series where
Well,
you
and
know that they really don't want to do it, but they're like,
Yeah.
this is the tradition, so we're going to do it.
And it's
Mhm.
so rare that as well. It's so rare that you would see the team that won the cup the previous year, would have played the team in the Stanley Cup final that year and lost, and then had to give the cup back. Like the last time that happened was when Pittsburgh and Detroit back to back. So can you imagine, if Nick Lidstrom in the fall of 2009 had to go and give the cup to Sidney Crosby,
Oh yeah.
after that
Oof.
was
That's
some
why we
bitterness.
started with Ovi, because
There
everyone
was some bitterness in that final series between those two teams. They had a good.
Absolutely.
They were getting a good rivalry going there. You almost wish that they could have had a third one, a war to settle the score, if you will.
Oh yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
A good old rubber match.
Mm-hmm.
I think we're starting a new tradition, and because we talked about it on the show, we can trademark it.
Yep, we can. We can make it happen. We can take all the monies from it. Because once it's out of our mouth, it's trademarked, according to that guy who's representing the Philly bar. I wonder if it's just Mac and the crew there. I wonder if this is. No, I wonder if this is just a whole fucking "It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia" gimmick.
I'd hope so. That would be fantastic.
That'd be fantastic if it turns out it's the new season. It's the beginning. It's the first episode. They're just going through court to really make it spicy. All right, Lyle. We're gonna.
All right.
I guess. Yeah.
Well, that was fun.
That was a good show, guys.
Yeah.
We knocked this out.
We did the best we could with what limited NHL news there was.
It's a quickie.
Exactly. It's a quickie, just like the ladies like it. All right. Well, Lyle, we'll take it easy. We'll talk to you next week.
Lyle can have shout outs. He can stay on.
Well, okay,
I mean,
fine.
Jesus, we don't have to get rid of him. Mark's not here.
That's true. Mark's not here. He can fill the void. So, Johnny,
Whoever chose couch this week wins.
That's true.
I guarantee you, Mark shows up at like 8:10. He's like, "Where are you guys?"
Yeah, we'll get a Vox. Where are you guys going? Johnny, shout outs.
I'm going to give a shout out to the Hootie and the Blowfish concert. That's going to be tomorrow night or Thursday night. The Orioles Why Not game is Friday night, and the EPL season starts on Saturday.
Big weekend for you.
Oh, it's aggressive, but I like it.
Oh, I'm so looking forward to EPL. I'm looking forward to the new season.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
All right, I'm good. I'll give a shout out to us too for sticking with this shit for 18 years.
Yeah, Jesus Christ. So how many changes? Ugh. Anyway. Lyle, any shout outs you want to?
Real quick shout out to you guys. Thanks for doing 18 years, and thanks for letting me be a part of it for most of it. Anyway, I wasn't there at the beginning.
Sounds like a fucking prison sentence the way you said it. Thanks for doing those 18 years on the inside, boys.
Thanks for doing those 18 years, boys. Thanks for protecting me from getting shivved for 16 of those years.
Right.
Thanks for having my back.
Man.
But thanks for letting me come on and talk hockey and talk other stuff and and for being my friends.
Let's not go that far.
Okay. Acquaintances. There we go.
There it is.
There it is.
Well, we send a Christmas card if we remember.
Oh, of course. Of course. If we pass each other in the street, we nod.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Wonderful. I like it. Just give it a little tap, maybe a little point there.
Oh yeah. Just like
It's like the old days. Shout out to really old baseball books.
Yeah.
A lot of double hockey cards and trying to figure out Patreon. And shout out to going away parties. I don't know if that's a good shout out or a bad shout out. It's a shout out nonetheless. That's where I'm going after this. And that's why I ran in this early. And that's why it's on a Tuesday, because it's supposed to be Wednesday. And then they flipped the script on everybody. So there we go. That's it. That's all. For Johnny P and Lyle Richardson, I'm Scotty Wallace. Take care of yourself and someone else. Has been Face Off Hockey Show on faceoffhockeyshow.com. That's part of the Blog Talk Radio Network, I think. I don't know if it's that thing anymore. It can be anything at this point. Facebook.com/FOHS Radio, Twitter.com/FOHS Radio, Patreon.com/Faceoff Hockey Show. Until next week, when we'll talk about I don't know what. And it's some kind of holiday in Australia again. Man, they get a lot of holidays. It's because they're convicts. So it's called what's a conjugal visit day. Probably a bad one. Always good to leave on a high note, Scott. Way to fucking go. Everyone, we'll see you next week. Peace.
All these things that have got me feeling working hard to make a status universal. We are the underground, we'll never be commercial. Maximum capacity switch to overdrive. Following the road and the sound we provide. I put my technique on exhibit. All access, fade to prohibit. The shit is so